Alright, hey guys, this is the first step in me rebuilding that Sesamee padlock I SPP'd recently, the 45mm closed shackle. The first thing I did was take this 5-pin key and copy that to this American 6-pin key. And you can see here, I have room for that 6th pin now. So, next step, I'll go ahead and pick a pin height here for 6, and I'll go ahead and hand file that one down until it works, and then I'll start working from there. First thing is to get a pin that fits in there and get this key cut to size. After that, I'll be working on some pins here. Right now, drivers, we got a standard, barrel, and then 3 spools. And then for key pins, got a serrated key pin, standard, serrated, serrated, and standard. Then we have 2 stronger black springs and some weaker copper springs here. I'll probably switch up the springs a bit and replace some or all of these drivers. But like I said, next step will be getting this front position on this key decided upon and cut down to size, and then we'll start working from there. So I'll get some more work done and come back here in a bit. Alright, so I've went ahead and opted for the smallest key pin right there, and the reason for that is I figured the original key here has low, high, medium, low, high. I guess I'll just take this one up one step higher. So let's drop this into chamber 6 of the plug here. Here is the new cut there. And there she sits. So now the next step is going to be getting a 6 driver and doing some modifications to the pins here, and most likely some plug mods and possibly some mods to the Bible there. So I'll go ahead and get working on some pins, and we'll check back in later. Alright, so I've made some modifications and made some custom pins and moved things around here. So here's what we've got. I'll show you the pins first. What used to be a standard driver, I'm going to go ahead and use this guy here. Oh, come on. It's a homemade spool. I'm keeping the pins in 2, both key pins and drivers the same. Keeping the same key pin in chamber 3 since it's already serrated. And for the driver, I made this little serrated guy. Come on. There we go. Some nice serrations in there. Chamber 4, I'm keeping both the original serrated key pin and the spool. Chamber 5, instead of the boring old driver or key pin, I went ahead and made this spooled key pin instead. The new filled chamber, chamber 6, I'm using a standard key pin because it is so tiny. And then for the driver, I made another serrated with 3 nice deep serrations. As far as the Bible is concerned, don't know if you can see, I had to drill out a little bit 1 and 6 here so I could get my tap down there and tap out 1 and 6, and I expect 1 and 6 to be pretty crunchy when it gets up into the Bible. As far as the plug is concerned, I threaded chamber 1. I left chamber 2 unmodified with its minor little lip there. Chamber 3, it's going to be hard to see, but I ported it out and gave it a nice lip for the spool to kind of get hung up in as it's sitting down inside there. 4 is also threaded with a little bit wider threading. 5 is normal threading, and 6 is normal threading. And by normal threading, I mean I used a different size tap. That's a little bit wider versus the one I normally use. Okay, so then the next step here is going to be putting it back together, making sure everything works, and then sending it out to someone. So if you have any questions, let me know. And whomever gets this lock, I hope you enjoy it and keep sending it on. Thanks, guys. Alright, so it's all done, put back together. I got it labeled here, and I got a tag made for a key, and I ended up hand filing this key. You can tell the round here and up here a little bit and down here. My key machine wheel is new, and I didn't adjust it properly, so it wasn't quite cutting right, so I ended up just cutting it by hand. But anyway, here she is, nice and smooth, no problem. So yeah, she's ready to get out in the wild and cause some misery, I think. Anyway, guys, take it easy. Thanks. Have a good one.